Millennials. They check their smartphone 43 times per day, and they spend at least 5 hours there. Who are these mysterious people? They have the sense of being in a community, and they have always the feel to be connected. So where to find them actually? Where? Social networks, obviously. They spend all their time on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and all possible. I am a millennial. I spend my time, you can see my activity on social media last week. It's a bit lower than usual because I had to prepare this talk. Usually it's like double, triple than that. Who here is feeling the same? Who here is spending all his time on social media? Please raise your hands. All right, I see. We are all millennials. We are called the Generation Y. We are nicknamed like that. We are digital native. And actually now, we just raised as the first part of the work space people. We represent 32% of the work people. And what do we want? Like, we are not like our parents or older generation. What we want when we connect with people, it's authenticity and originality. Let me show you some numbers of our activities. What we do on social media, at least 65% of our time, is sharing pictures with our friends. We also like to share content from brands. Why? Because we like to be part of something. We want to share to our friends our new findings, our new stories, and we want to share it with everybody. I want to call that self-expression. And the self-expression is giving us valorization and recognition from our peers. That's all we are looking for. We don't want to be alone. We want to have people liking us. Another example. When you receive a text on your phone, what is your feeling? Me, I feel happy. I feel relievedness. Why? Because I know somebody is thinking about me. When I hear the little ringtone on my smartphone, it gives me like some goosebumps on my skin. And this feeling is something that happens in your brain. It's a chemical reaction called dopamine. And this dopamine is not only with that. Like, we like to talk about social media. And actually, Harvard researchers found that talking about ourselves on social media is just the same as having food. Everybody loves eating. Making money, because we can do a lot of great stuff with that. And having sex. Another example. We use Instagram. We always want our Instagram to grow, right? So we are there, we post a picture, and we go there again 30 seconds later to see how many likes. Oh, I have 5, okay. But 2 minutes after, I'm like, oh, 30, great, it's growing. And then I check it 10 times and see how is it going, till the algorithm stops giving me more likes. But what happens if we see it's not going good? Like, we don't feel happy, we feel sad. We feel like we did something wrong. We feel like people don't like us anymore. And nowadays, we are really good at putting faces, like filters. We are professional at that. Right? And even though we are not happy, even though we are not feeling amazing, we try to convince our friends we are. Even though we are feeling depressed. No, we want to show we have the best time of our life. Whoever posted a picture on Facebook or Instagram in February to show it's amazing weather in Barcelona? But it's not, it's like 10 degrees. Who did that? Seriously, everybody, I guess. Just to show our friends we have a better life. Let me ask you a question. We started this talk for about what? 5 minutes? How many times did you want to check your smartphone right now? To check your notifications, your WhatsApps, your Facebook messages? Well, we are always distracted. So what do we want? Well, we are different. We don't want the same life as our parents. They were at the same office for years, sharing the same desk, sharing the same colleagues for all their life. And they were just waiting retirement to finally leave. But we millennials, we are not like that, right? We often change job. But why? Have you ever wondered yourself why we are changing jobs so often? Well, it's because we are looking for something different. We are not looking for a good job or good salary, good position. No. We are looking for career development. We are looking for self-improvement, and we are looking for training opportunities. I want to give you an example. We don't like to be tied down into one place. Owning a house, a car, or a big investment is not our things. We don't want to possess things. We want to live things. So we prefer to rent an apartment next to our office or in a nice neighborhood rather than buying something. How many of you already lived in different places? Seriously, raise your hands. Everybody. When I left my parents' house when I was 18 years old, I left like 10 years ago now. I changed places every single year. And I lived in 4 different countries. You can see. Barcelona, amazing weather, love it. London, Paris, Budapest, and the small one I guess nobody knows is Coventry in UK. So what we are seeking for is independence. We want to stay away from the hassle. As I said, we don't want to possess things. Instead of having a car, for example, what do when we want to go somewhere? We take our smartphones once again, and we order a Uber. It takes us there, he's a professional driver, we feel secure, and we just go there. We are happy. Also, we want flexible things. How many of you dreams about the 9-to-5 job? Nobody? No, you don't like that? Alright. Me neither. So what we like now is to have flexible. We like to have a company that gives us time to work, for example, in a co-working space, or to be completely digital nomad working in Bali on the beach. That's what we dream of. We want to be entrepreneurs. We want to be our own bosses. We want to create something that matters for us, but not for somebody else. Our hero today are Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. I will talk a bit about myself right now. It's the same. When I left university, I first found a job in a corporate. And I was full of ideas, like I was young, I'm still young, but but I was full of ideas and I had so much energy and I wanted to take that to a big corporate and make something different. And I was coming to my managers telling all these new processes we could improve and things like that. And they were looking at me like I was a extraterrestrial. It was impossible to innovate. We were tied down there by big managers who didn't want to live out their comfort zone. And I can tell you 100 of stories about how entrepreneurship make me grow as a person. Like, I know you can have your best day of your life today, like today, and tomorrow it will be your darkest day ever. Seriously, entrepreneurship is hard, but it makes you grow so much. And we as millennials, we want that. We don't stay in our comfort zone. We are always looking for something better. We want to become better people. One thing I learned as well as being an entrepreneur is how to connect with people from different culture, from different age, from different parts of the world. If I would have stayed in my job, local office, I would never have the chance to talk to them, for example, here, or to meet so many different people from different nationalities. Also, what is accessible to us, millennials? It's internet. Internet revolutionized everything. We can create an online business just like this. We can monetize our skills directly with our laptop. Also, millennials, what are we looking for? Perpetual growth. As I said earlier, we are to grow, be the best version of ourselves. And it's not just for us, actually. We are not looking to grow as a people, but we expect from things that we are using that they are evolving, innovating. Who remembers MySpace or MSN Messenger? Everybody remembers. Like, MSN was great. You could like whiz your friends if they were not answering. Well, we cannot do that anymore. Why? Because that platform didn't evolve. They didn't innovate. And they are dead. Basically, we don't want to be dead. We always want to innovate. So, as I said, where do we find millennials? All these apps there is the way to find them, to bring them to a physical place. If you have a store, find them on social network and create some things to bring them to your place. To your events is the same. One thing though, it's really hard to catch millennials online. Why? Because we are overloaded with content. Scientists say millennials have a deficit of attention. But I think it's not true. The real problem is not a deficit of attention. It's more about the process of selection. As I said, we have so many content to check, so many platforms we are used to have. So it's really difficult for us to choose the proper content we want to use. One way though, that I discover as an event organizer on how to attract people online to offline is through experiences. I mean here, you have to procure to your people an experience. Who went to the Mobile World Congress this year? Here. Okay, that's a good number. Why did you go there? Because you wanted to try the latest VR headset or to discover this new phone, playable phones. You want to discover new things and you want to create an experience you want to share with your friends. So as an event organizer, I found a way to bring people. What I was doing is have a different kind of things. I was checking all my competitors. It was like talk, but not a real experience. As a networker, what I was doing is creating these events in a different places. I once used to do a networking event in a beer factory where people could try a lot of different beers. I did a startup contest in a wine factory where you had a wine tasting meanwhile you were listening to some speeches. Last thing I did is in an art gallery. I bring startups in an art gallery to talk about digital marketing. And people were there and checking, making pictures with the art, like, oh, it's so cool, we are here. And so it was giving me a great thing, is visibility. These people were sharing with all their friends how cool it was to be there, just because it was different. Example, here. Would you go there? Just to take a picture and make your friend jealous? I was there. Another way I found to connect with millennials is through collaboration. As I said earlier, networking events are dead. Like, if you just go there and enter a room to speak with everybody, they will just tell you, hey, I'm Matt, I'm from Barcelona, and I do that. Okay, cool, I don't care. What we prefer now is to work in a group. Like, when you organize something, if you organize a workshop or you have an assembly, you have to bring people together already. If you don't do that, your event is dead. People is bored, they will never talk about you, you're dead. So, you have to bring people together. In my last event in April, I had one of my speakers who was on stage, made a workshop, and everybody in the room was seated like you, like next to a friend, and people they were comfortable with. What he did is to bring all these people on the stage, to mix them on the stage, to find somebody they didn't know, that they were forced to speak to someone new. And it was great to see the interaction. We had a sleepy room at the beginning of the talk, and after that it was buzzing everywhere, ideas everywhere. It was crazy, it was amazing, really. So that's what we have to do if we want to collaborate and connect with young generation. Make them excited, make them work together towards a common goal. That's how we like to be talking with people. So I have a little experiment for you guys. You are not allowed to take your mobile phones, so please do it. I will give you a little minute. And I will ask you to find my profile on Facebook. It's not so difficult, it's written there. And I created a post last night that I just made public just before the talk. And I want you to write your names in the comment section with what you do, who you are, and what you are dreaming of. And then you will be able to see all the different interactions of people, and you will be able to connect with the ones you want. So let's collaborate, let's experience, and let's meet now. Thank you.